Hello, welcome. Hey everyone, thanks for coming over. Thanks for coming over from Reddit. Thanks for those who usually come. Yes, I know the resolution is way better. And sorry it took me a little while. The YouTube app kept crashing, I don't know why. So I had to restart my phone. How's the sound? Is it good? Sound quality's okay? Good, great. I was worried there for a second because every time I tried to set up the live stream on YouTube, it would crash. Here's our chainsaw guy again from the Reddit stream. He's becoming increasingly more active. Sorry for the disturbance. I come to you from a very peaceful, serene Japanese garden, and a guy who decided to cut down his tree today. Sorry, it's not going to be as calming and relaxing as I intended. But unless you want to listen to my commentary, wow, the tree just came down. Maybe he's done. Unless you want to listen to my commentary, you're free to go on mute and just listen, or watch rather. That's a beautiful cherry blossom tree cascading over the water right there. You're right, yeah, you said it is. You said, to be fair, doing it on a Monday is better than a Sunday, when most people are probably trying to enjoy the park on a Sunday. Your question about the bikes, I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to the bikes when I was walking by, but they're probably, people own those bikes, and because it's a park, they all had the children seats on them. So a lot of bikes just look very, very similar in Tokyo. There's not like that huge variety of styles and types, so probably just a bunch of what they call mamachari. Mamachari are like the bikes that the mothers ride and put the kids on. They all look very similar. There is rideshare programs in Tokyo for bikes, but everybody already has their own bike, so it's not really necessary unless you're just trying to... Yeah, right. Well, I guess it could be easy to mistake your bike, but most people have bike locks, so... And they're not exactly the same. They have different colors and different stuff. People might put like a sticker on it or something. We'll go back out to the cherry blossom soon. Just wanted to take in this garden for a little while. This is nice. Someone dressed up in kimono. They're doing a little photo shoot on the bridge. Could be people who just got married. Maybe it looks like or just a couple. But because they have a whole like photo team, I'm thinking maybe it's their wedding photos. Yeah, I know the quality is way better. It's only 720, but just compared to Reddit, it's so much higher. So people are pretty shocked when they transfer over from Reddit to here, and they can really see the difference. I try to convince people on Reddit, but a lot of people don't want to leave Reddit to come over here. Oh, this guy must have a really look at that lens. He's about to zoom in from here all the way over to where the couple is over there, the photographer. A little bit better look at that moss that we saw earlier. So sometime I'm going to test with a few people of the 1080. This is only 720, but I might get a small group of people to test out 1080 with me. It would be better to do it in an area where I can be sure that there's going to be good connectivity, like maybe close to a station or something. So it is possible, but it'll just be a little bit laggy if I'm moving around too much. So 720 is kind of a good compromise. Sometime in the next few years, when 5G is readily available everywhere, if I have a 5G phone like iPhone 12 or something, I think we could even do this in 4K if I have the data for it. If I have the data plan to do a 4K live stream for an hour or two, that'd be incredible. It's not very far away. Just a few years, I think it'll be very normal to do that. We'll be saying this kind of 720 is going to seem so historic when you look at the 4K live stream to come. Must be wedding photos. Yeah, thank you. Recently got over 2,000 subscribers. It happened kind of organically over time. I advertised really hard for the first 1,000, you guys might remember. And after that, the 2,000 just kind of came a little bit easy. Look at this big chunky bamboo that you used to hold up this tree right here. It's a thick bamboo. Bamboo? No, I think it's just wood. Wow, okay, I got closer. It's not bamboo. I was gonna say, that's super thick and strong to hold up that tree. It's just regular wood. That green on there made it look like bamboo. No, I'm going live directly on the YouTube app right now. If I was going to use a third-party app, I could do 1080, but the connection's not very good. It starts lagging and getting kind of blurry and stuff, choppy. And also the third-party app, the chat is really slow, so they come in at like 5 at a time. If I was going to have like 50 people, there'd be like 5 messages at a time every minute or two they pop up. So it's not really good for interaction. All right, let's go look at some cherry blossoms. It's an interesting flower right here. Maybe iris, I'm not sure. Before we go down there, I'm going to come back here a little bit to show what we saw during Reddit, the Reddit stream. A little bit more people coming out now than before. Good question about the expenses. I'll get back to that in just a second. Oh, you said the quality is the same as Reddit right now. It's probably just because I'm moving. When you're moving, sometimes it has to, like the bit rate is changing, and it has to kind of buffer. So just give it some time and it'll come back. Everyone's just looking at this nice view, and people are taking, a lot of people are taking photos of the bird. The crane, is there a white crane down here? It's kind of hard to see. Need a better zoom lens telephoto to be able to get that white crane. Everybody's so excited to get that white crane. See? They're all taking photos of it. White crane is kind of a beautiful symbol in Japan anyway. No one's taking photos of the cherry blossoms. Everybody's taking photos of the crane. All the cameras are pointing down. Even these people over here, everybody's pointing down. Good point. The cherry blossoms won't fly away. A lot of people going up this street. I wonder what's up there. If this was a normal stream where I just wander randomly, I'd go up there. But today I want to focus on the cherry blossoms, so let's stay on the track. And it's not that rare. Usually on the rivers you see a crane. I think it's just probably a pretty scene with the cherry blossoms. Maybe they can capture a little bit. Nah, it's too far from the cherry blossoms. But maybe just on the rock by itself looks nice. Or I guess if you're already out here to take photos of the cherry blossoms and you have a good lens, you might as well do it. This might be the YouTube thumbnail right here. If I hold it here long enough, usually YouTube will suggest it as the thumbnail. You know, cherry blossoms are really pretty in person, but I find that they're really hard to capture with still photography. Like, video is not bad because you can get up close like this and you can take different shots like nicely. Especially, you know, I mean, you can do this with a phone, with a still photo too. You can get close. I guess what I mean is, like, when you take shots from far away, it just becomes so hard to see how pretty it is because they all kind of blend together like little white fuzzy cotton balls. And especially like on a phone, when you have like a white background and like white flowers, it just looks like kind of a bunch of like almost distorted and hard to really see. That's why you see on Reddit a lot of people that take photos of cherry trees, they always turn up the saturation like really high, and it's like, it gives you the impression that the cherry blossoms are like super, super pink, but they're not that pink. They're very light pink, mostly white. Well, like I said earlier on Reddit, there are different varieties of cherry blossoms. Some are a little bit more pink. Some are like hot pink or almost red. But a lot of the ones you see around here are very faint colored pink or white with a little bit of pinkish on the inside, which gives it that kind of pink hue. Very subtle kind of pinkish white. When you get up real close, you can see that they're mostly white. When they're not in bloom, it's just, yeah, it just looks like a branch. Like I've showed a few times on previous streams, but it'll just be this tree without all the white petals, just a regular branch. So it's kind of like you wait all year just to see 1 week of this over the river. But it's nice. It's that kind of rarity that makes it special. That's the mamachari bike that I was talking about earlier. You really got to kind of be in person to really appreciate it. Unless you have like a super good camera and the weather conditions are good, like it's sunny and it's full bloom, and you're in the right position, you can get really nice shots. But when you're just kind of walking around like this, it's not as great in person as in person. But I think it's still nice looking for you guys. You all seem to be enjoying it. The good thing about this place is that you can get up close to them. Sometimes it's hard to get good shots because the trees are, you know, like dipping over the water, or they're kind of tall. If you go to the parks, you can see them really up close. See, they're not all fully bloomed yet. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week they'll be full bloom. This is kind of a famous landmark. I guess they're taking a break from the, if you were on the Reddit stream, you saw that they were stuffing all these trees in here. I guess they're taking a break right now. Look at all those stickers on the back. That's funny. Look at that. What is that one called again? The Spitfire one? It's Spitfire, right? The blue flame? I forgot about that. Just get a little bit closer for a second. There's a north face. Oh, look at this Cookie Monster. Oh, that's not Cookie Monster. Something else. This must be, oh, there's a wedding going on in there. Okay, that's probably why it's closed for today. I know, it looks like a toy car, right? Seems to be a wedding going on in there. I just saw a bunch of people in suits. Some kind of function. You said you were expecting to see more Japanese on the stickers. Yeah, but Japanese people like to have like the English letters when they put things like stickers or kind of decoration. It's like, English is kind of like a decorative language in Japan. It looks like fancy. It's the same way that like Westerners, like Americans or whoever, like to see kanji, like Japanese kanji or Chinese characters, because it looks cool to us, right? Like we think it looks really neat and interesting. It's the exact same way in Japan. They want to have like the English letters, the English alphabet, because it just has a cooler, it looks, you know, interesting. I was about to show you that cute little Shiba Inu, and then he squatted to use the restroom. So I stopped, I didn't film. It's a little bit too high, but I wanted to show you that one right there. Man, it's really hard to get people to come over from Reddit to YouTube. We have 3,000 people, sometimes up to 5,000 people watching. You can only get about 50 people to come over to YouTube, which is interesting because so many people told me to get YouTube. Everyone said, you should have a YouTube, you should have YouTube, do you have YouTube? But then they're not willing to come over to YouTube, for the live at least. But the videos are getting about 1,000 views after they are published. It'd be fun to get that many people. I know, it's not that difficult to come over, right? So you see what I mean? Like, the flower is mostly white, but there's that little speck of pink, especially like when they're not fully bloomed. When they're not bloomed, they have like this kind of pinkish shell almost. Or I guess it's just like once they're kind of, because like the outside, you can see here, like the outside is pink. When I say outside, I mean like this sort of stem is pink. And I think because the pinkish is sort of like kind of very faint inside of the petal, when it's closed, it almost looks pink because of it's like kind of more condensed. But when it opens up and the light goes through it, it looks very white. But when you have all of that sort of very faint pink together, it almost looks pinkish from a distance. Yeah, I know the quality always goes up when I zoom in. You can see we're not quite at full bloom yet. We'll be at full bloom in another couple days. Trying to zoom in on this one, or to focus in on this one. Come on, come on. One thing that's hard about YouTube is I can't focus as good as I can on Reddit for some reason. And the comments kind of get in the way too. No, come on. Oh well, forget it. We're not going to focus on that one. By the way, this is called Edogawa Park. This is kind of a popular cherry blossom viewing place. Here we go. We're getting back to the park now so we can check out the bikes. Someone had a question about the bikes. I can't get around these people. Kind of walking right in the middle. I don't see any bikes anymore. Ah, here they are. There's bikes over here. You were asking about the bikes. No, these are all different. These are people's bikes that they just brought. Is that a fish sign? Yeah, you must have not been on the Reddit stream, but we stopped and looked at this fish sign on the Reddit stream. It shows the types of fish that you can find in the river here. So this is a koi fish. Koi. We got a bunch of other stuff too. Kingyo. This is kind of like a goldfish, I think. Kingyo sounds like goldfish. Keen means this right here. This is right there. That's keen. Keen means gold. That's koi. Ko. This is Koi. This is kind of a good bridge. A little bit high. You have to like you can see her, she's standing. You kind of have to stand on the ledge to get a photo. This is really pretty though. Let me show you this. I'm going to stand up here. Look how that one dips into the water. Yeah, these ones really dip low. If I get a chance, I'll go over to the Imperial Palace maybe this weekend, or not sure. I have other plans to do streaming for the weekend, but Imperial Palace has really beautiful trees that dip right above the moat that goes around the palace. All right, I walked on that side last time, so let's walk over here. Look at that nice leaves hanging down off the edge over there. No, yeah, it rained all day yesterday. And it's getting ready to rain tonight, so the ground is still kind of wet. Everything looks kind of like dark and wet. And the sky is gray because it's about to start raining again very soon. So it's kind of stormy and gray out. Not the best time to view cherry blossoms. It'd be much better if it was bright and sunny, blue skies, clear water. It's a little bit gloomy and dark and gray today, but this is kind of a quick bonus stream, and hopefully by this weekend we'll get a really nice, sunny, clear day. Some people are saying that the quality is dropping. It's just because I'm moving, so the bit rate goes up and down and it has to buffer. So just bear with it and it'll improve. Some areas are better than others. Monsoons, like there's typhoons. A lot of typhoons here. This is a pretty view. Yeah, normally you can set it on YouTube, but on the mobile, it's different than setting up the live stream on desktop. So when you do it on mobile, you don't have that many options. Actually, you don't get any options unless you use a third-party app. You can't change the bit rate or the resolution or anything. It just does the automatic 720, and I don't know how many frames, probably like 30 frames per second. If you happen to walk along here and you want to grab a beer, you can sit down and have a beer right here and look at it's a nice time to do it too. You can sit right outside here. There's 2 chairs. You can sit down and have a beer and you can see the beautiful view of the cherry blossoms. It'd be nice on a hot, sunny day. you're curious what's available, let's take a quick look before we continue. Oh my god, there's no way I'm going to read that. It's all written in handwriting chalk. No way. Nozuki something. Nozuki, I can't even... Kudu? Some kind of black beer. Maybe kudu. I have no idea, honestly. That's impossible for me to read. Yeah, I know. I did a little bit earlier than usual today. And I didn't really give anyone that much heads up because I couldn't plan my stream that easily this weekend. Actually, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do it today, but I decided at the last minute to do it, so I did it a little bit earlier, and I also didn't really give a huge advance notice. And I charged my phone last night, and I guess for some reason it didn't plug in properly. So I woke up with like no battery, so I had to like delay for almost an hour while I waited for the phone to charge. Kind of charged it on the way here too, but it's okay because I don't really need to worry about that anymore. I did it as habit, but I can now charge my phone while I stream, so it's not even a problem anymore. But just without really thinking about it, I thought I should start with the charged phone. Most popular breed? You see a lot of Shiba Inu. That's very popular. A lot of Japanese breeds. Shiba Inu, Akita Inu, these kind of dogs. You see lots of Chihuahua and like Shih Tzu and what are they called? The like little. Well, you see like a lot of little kind of Yorkie poos and like little poodles, and you see a lot of I forgot they're called, but all the little small breeds. You see a lot of little small breeds like Pomeranian, that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, you see a lot of Pomeranians. And then one that's really popular around Tokyo is the Italian Greyhound. They call them Itagure. Yeah, Italian Greyhounds, really small ones. Especially when you get close to a park, you just see like little Itagure everywhere. Sometimes you see big dogs, like golden retrievers or other big ones. Nope, I'm not a teacher, so and I've never been a teacher, so I don't have that where you see students around. But I have heard from people who used to be teachers that sometimes they run into their students outside of class and they feel like weird because it's like their private time. But I'm not exactly sure. Some people go to Tokyo for teaching English, but usually the programs that send people from abroad to teach English in Japan, usually those programs, they usually send them out to like the countryside. I have known a few people that were in Tokyo or who were really close to Tokyo, like Ibaraki and stuff. But yeah, normally the programs want people out to teach people around the country, so it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I never had that experience and I never really considered it, but I feel like that's a super special experience to be able to really see the real side of Japan outside of the city. I always talk to people who used to be teachers, and it seems like they had really rich experience on the countryside. When I say countryside, I mean some of them go really country, like really, really out there. For Americans, it would be like being sent somewhere in Idaho or like Iowa or something. And vice versa. When I talk to Japanese people, oh sorry, you said you're from Idaho. What are the chances of that? I mentioned one place and you say you're from there. Also, when I talk to Japanese people who went to study abroad in America or to live with like a, what do they call it, like a host family? They always tell me that they lived in the most random place you can possibly imagine in the middle of America. I'm like, I don't want to use Idaho as another example, but I don't know, name like a super random place in America. Like, for example, somewhere in like North Dakota or like Oklahoma or some really kind of like Alabama's, yeah, I guess. But normally that's what you hear. You talk to a Japanese person like, yeah, I lived in America. And they're like, oh yeah, where did you live? Iowa. Yeah, I lived in Nebraska. Like, oh really? That's interesting. Yeah, Kansas. This nice little cluster right here. Oh, did I miss that on the way? There's a little shrine over there. I feel like I missed that on the way over here. Do you see it over there? Oh, I did miss it because we saw that staircase. I walked right past it. Ooh, these are nice. You said you want to see the crows? They usually hide up really high in the tree, but sometimes they jump down at you. Are they apartments? No, some of these are homes. Ooh, that's a nice walk path right there. I guess we can go down there. It is time for cherry blossoms. Cute little Shiba Inu right there. Little Mame Shiba. Yeah, looks like a Mame Shiba. Mame means bean. Little small miniature Shiba. Mame Kudo. Kudo is black. Mame Kudo Shiba. Or maybe it's Kudo Mame Shiba. Maybe Kudo Shiba? Kudo Mame Shiba? Alright, I won't be going that much longer. I wasn't planning to go down this walking path, but I just found it, so let's see how it looks. I kind of wanted to take a left over there. Let's see how this looks, and then we'll go back. They're telling runners to be careful not to bump into each other. Oh, here we go. We see a crow right here. You guys wanted to see the crow. I think there's a big one right here in the trees. No. Never mind. Just a normal bird. Actually, this is really nice, isn't it? It'd be so nice to live right here, or even have the apartment right there. This is a great, right on the walking path, nice and quiet. You got the river, you got the cherry blossoms. Feels very safe, you know, no motorcycles, no cars. Probably don't even see bicycles. This would be a nice place to have an apartment right here, or a house. Beautiful. Feels very comfortable here. Like, honestly, the apartment's nothing special. It's just like a normal apartment, but the location is key, so probably pay a good amount to live right here. Pretty much for the cherry blossoms alone. This is that tile that DB was mentioning on the Discord. This kind of tile right here in the architecture channel. All right, I was planning to end the stream in about 3 minutes, but I'm gonna go a little bit longer because I want to see what's over here. Hang on a second, I'm gonna check my map. Alright guys, I'm going to end the stream. I have somewhere I have to be. I'd like to go a little bit longer, but I do have to get going. I think it was a nice one though. We got to walk along and look at the cherry blossoms. And if I have time later this week, or definitely this weekend, I'll do a nice cherry blossom stream somewhere else. And hopefully the sun will be out. Hopefully we'll have blue skies. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Very simple one. I didn't go that much out. I didn't explore, didn't wander around, just sort of walked along the river. Very peaceful, simple. Wow, there's like a tree or leaves or something growing inside of that house. Really? Somehow a tree got inside. It must be an abandoned building and a tree is growing inside. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I have been kind of straying away from my normal style of streaming, but it's been kind of a interesting change up, I guess. So eventually I'll get back to those kind of random neighborhood walks. Very pretty path here. Alright guys, see you on the weekend. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, have a nice rest of your day, nice rest of your week. Please remember to, if you haven't done so, subscribe. Hit the little bell so that you get notified. Also, feel free to join the Discord server where I announce the upcoming streams and other stuff. So anyway, thanks again. See you next time.